are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up with the Cleveland Browns. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. First carry for Nick Chubb. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. So, Charles, you talk about this offense, how well they've played. I mean, the defense, too, really. But they're sitting at 10-0 now on the year. 4-0, 5-0, that's nice. But once you start hitting double digits with these wins and no losses, I think the seriousness of the situation, it just has to ramp up.
Yeah, and when you do say 10-0, it can't scare you as a team. Just think about it this way. For most of the year, they've been playing to win their division and get to the playoffs. Now the playoffs are just about a foregone conclusion. So now they have to down-focus their thoughts about getting home field advantage and finishing unbeaten, and they need to make sure they keep it in that order.
2nd and 5. Oh, fires this one downfield for Chubb. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, 70 yards. And the Browns on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be brought out from the middle of the end. Now a hit and a loose football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. Harrison Bryant, his first touchdown on the year. And the Browns are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Tucker with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. First carry for the former Buckeye, J.K. Dobbins. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Here's Jackson to throw. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Well, these 2 teams faced off earlier in the year, right around mid-season, back in Week 9. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Jackson from the shotgun. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Jackson. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 43. And, Charles, of interest here, that last throw is going to put him over 20,000 yards passing for his career, and that's not a bad number.
You're exactly right about that, and even though it's nowhere near the top of the leaderboard, because when you think about it, Brady and Breeze, they've done that 4 times over. But when you hit 20,000, let's face it, only a little over 100 guys have ever done that in the NFL. It's worthy of some applause.
And the linebacker, Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah, on the tackle. Second and 6. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he gets it down to the 32. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing is Jackson. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. A completion, yes, but certainly not what they wanted. A loss of a full 6 yards. Second and 16. Here's Jackson. That's complete to his receiver, Bateman. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game, because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And Jackson throwing once more. Forced out to his left. And Jackson going to have the 1st down as he will get to the ground to avoid the contact.
Now that's disappointing for the defense. They had the advantage, had excellent coverage all over the field, but they let him get away, scramble, and pick up a 1st down, and inside the 5-yard line.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run with Dobbins, and he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. One more time with Dobbins. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Dobbins. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave them with a 4th and goal. Now Sam Sloman is on. From the left hash, a chip shot here. $14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And the first play will be a field goal try. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick is indeed good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15. The Browns drive about to get started. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. How about our reigning AFC Player of the Week, hot-footing it into the secondary on that run?
Yeah, nice long run. That's what got him the award a week ago. Maybe he's trying for 2 in a row here this week. They'll look to throw now on first down. Flush to his right. Going deep downfield for Ross. It got his man complete. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. A big connection on that one. 34 yards. They'll look to throw here on first down. They set up the screen to Chubb. His second catch, this one not quite as dynamic as his first, and it's second down.
Boy, that one was well read defensively, and this is all about diagnosis as a safety and being decisive, because he saw it setting up in front of him, able to knife through there and make the play.
And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. Open space inside the 10. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Now Tucker to add the PAT. And it's 21-3. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Jackson. Going for the deep ball. Oh, the ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And the Browns are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. On play action, they'll throw. He sets to fire deep. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. A give. This is Chubb. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 66 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Going out wide, finds Chubb. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd down. They give the Chubb out of the gun.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
A run for Nick Chubb. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And down inside the 15 he goes. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
Ooh, moving from his tight end spot there.
Do you think that perhaps the play call was for him?
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. His throw caught at about the 5. Yeah, the Browns are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. They'll look to throw here. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the defense. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. He's at the 40. The 20. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line.
I know many talk about the kick return as maybe the most exciting play in football. But any type of a return where it's a change of possession, where the defense gets the ball, that's exciting too. But it's not just an accident. Once they get the football, they've worked on finding people to block, creating running lanes for the guy with the ball, and protecting him. And this one was a long run.
Absolutely, they did all of that and more. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Beats get a bit closer. Oh, I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is, his first miss, no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Browns drive about to get started. And so close to hitting pay dirt last time, fumbling down near the goal line. Now, how does that affect their psyche this time around?
It's a tester, that's for sure, because to be that close and come away with no points is really disappointing, not just for the guys on offense, but the defensive players, too, who thought, hey, we're going to put some points up and have a little momentum going. They've got to find a way to just get it out of their minds, let it go,
short-term memory,
and move on to the next series.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it, escaping the pressure right. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the 1st down.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. They're going to look to throw. Dumps this to his running back, Chubb. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. And you can bet they're going to lean on him quite a bit, obviously. They did last week. It was over 100 yards. Also, AFC Player of the Week is announced Wednesday.
And until they take that away, I would continue to lean on him. Try and have another reward for him, one in this game. But when you look back at last week, and you saw how he was able to find holes in the defense, but it's also the run after the catch. That's what made it impressive.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Dancing to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he coughed it up. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well.
CD, that's the second time this half they've put it on the carpet. Now, the first one they lost. Good news here, it doesn't cost them.
They do say that things even out in the course of a ball game, so you mentioned they lost the first one. This time, able to retain possession, but they can't get into this habit. The ball can't continue to go on the ground.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's fourth down.
And I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3-and-out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on fourth down and 9. He'll look to throw. That's to his running back, complete. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there.
What an excellent end result for them. But let's go back to the decision, first of all, to go for it all on fourth down. A lot of pressure on the quarterback's shoulders, but they knew he could handle it. Makes the right read there, gets the ball to his receiver. They get the first down. It's now first and goal.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on first and goal. Drops it off for Chubb. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be second and goal. They'll give it to Chubb. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And that will make this a 19-point game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with. On first and 10, it's Jackson. That'll be complete to Dobbins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Now Jackson on first down, rolling to his right. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this one is incomplete.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call, but they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
Here's second and 10. Now it's Jackson. Steps away to his left. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To throw again is Jackson. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
and attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. He's going to let it go again.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Hit by Ronnie Harrison. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
So we come upon halftime, and it's the visiting Browns with the lead. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! So after a very one-sided first half, what will the second half bring as we are back underway on EA Sports? And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. Well, that'll be caught by the big tight end, Andrews. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Jackson now. Buying time to his left.
Oh, for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted.
Picked off around the 41. And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here.
Chubb is not going to advance very far. He'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal.
Chubb again.
And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Nick Chubb taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Browns take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Tucker with the extra point, and that will bump the lead up to 26. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. From the 31, Jackson eluding the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
From the gun on third down, Jackson. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be fourth down. They're going for it with Dobbins. I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. So 1st and 10. And if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. So 8 yards on the completion there. And it's a second down. Back to throw here. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Patrick Queen picks up his second sack of the afternoon. They'll set up to throw. That's out to Chubb, complete. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. Flush to his right. And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They'll go left side on the ground with Chubb. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And again, it's Chubb. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Browns are pouring it on. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. But the passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. To throw is Jackson. He'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff for Dobbins. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Well, they certainly haven't been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They go play action with Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. Going up top for Kupp. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the Browns are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball. And that one was picked off.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Anthony Schwartz, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Browns get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Tucker with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this 3rd quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. They'll go again with Dobbins. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
It'll go as a gain of 4, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the 1st.
If he writes a book in the offseason, he ought to title it Undaunted, because where he is on the field, back on his own side, and goes for it and gets it, I got to give it to him on that one.
Yeah, only thing you can justify it with is it was only a few inches that they needed. If it's 4th and 2, probably doesn't do it. Hey, he got it. Give him credit.
Yeah, but if they don't pick it up,
then you're in trouble.
Yeah, they're giving points to the other team at that stage.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Play action. Now Jackson. Going up top for Kupp. And my goodness, another interception. Greedy Williams picks it off. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. Back to throw now in his own end zone. Oh, fires this one downfield for Chubb. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
When you're backed up this deep, sometimes defenses sacrifice coverage for pass rush because they know you can only go so far on your pass drop. You've got the back of the end zone. So they came after him. He took the shot downfield. He didn't connect. But, boy, that was force against force.
Handoff comes to Chubb. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Got to be careful here, backed up this deep on 3rd down. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
And the Browns are able to cover this one up. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They run it again with Chubb. 110 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Second and 5. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Tucker now to add the point after. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. Another run here with Dobbins. And he will have a first down here at about the 40.
So did you suspect the same thing that I did, that they were lining up just to draw them off sides here?
100%.
Well, how about that? They were going for it the entire time. Never a question in his mind about going ahead and getting it, despite where they were on the field.
Yeah, I don't know if you heard it in my voice when they snapped the ball. I was like, oh, I almost wasn't ready to call the play. I just kept waiting for the timeout offensively. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Offensive line wasn't set. There's the flag, and 5 yards back they go.
Quarterback has to look around and make sure that his team is ready to go. Sometimes the quarterbacks go faster than is necessary.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. They'll keep it on the ground. Dobbins. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48.
And yes, everyone, that was the fullback carrying the football. I know it's a dying breed, it's a dying position for a lot of people, but I still think it's valuable and important, especially one who can carry the ball. And
you need short yardage. What makes sense? Go to a big body, let him plow forward just like he did there.
It's still a big man's game.
And he'll go down for a loss inside his own 5 at the 4. And yet again, this run game just continues to be completely shut off.
Completely stymied. I mean, they're trying to get some consistency, trying to find places to roam. They just haven't been there throughout this game.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Cleveland, the perfect season remains intact as they move to 11-0 on the year. And they will head home next week to take on the LA Chargers. Meanwhile, for Brooklyn, their luck may have run out as they fall to 4-7 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.